Hello there. We are going to create the main game logic of the count game. We will place the background and multiple boxes on the stage. We also handle the click and tap event, which we implement the logic to let the player count the number to the end. Then we will implement the game over logic. Now we move on to the first video in this section. Display multiple objects on stage. In this video, we will add multiple game objects on the stage. We learn how multiple objects affect the display list hierarchy. In the game class, we create a new method to generate multiple numbered boxes. That method takes a parameter as the amount. It uses loop to create numbered box object, which we pass in the counting number. Then we add each box to the stage. The reason that we loop in countdown way is that we want to add the last number first and the first number last. It's because the later we add a game object to the stage, the more it is in front than the other earlier added object. This is like when we are mapping layers in graphics software such as Photoshop. The newly layer is in front by default. We may also insert layer in between or rearrange the layers. Create.js provides very similar layer concept. We want the player to count the game from 1, 2, and 3 until the end. So, we want to place the smaller number in front of the others. In my Create.js game, I often alias the canvas width and height to the stage object, because later we may change the canvas dimension, especially when we support Retina display later in video 3. The canvas width is changed, so we store the game width and height in the stage. We have generated the box position randomly in previous section. It was with hard-coded value 200. Now we want to place the box in the stage area. This requires us to change the random logic to use the dimension of the stage. But the box itself doesn't know anything about the stage. And it shouldn't know the dimension too. To solve this issue, we move that code out and put in the game class. We are ready to place the numbered box randomly on stage. In the generate multiple boxes method, after we add the number box object, we set the X and Y position randomly. But we don't want to place the graphics at the edge. That is why we take the box width and height into the calculation. This getBounds is to get the width and height of the game object. So we want to tell Create.js library the dimension of the numbered box. Let's go back to numbered box class. Before ending the constructor, we call the setBounds to set the dimension with a 0x, 0y, 50 width and 50 height value. Now in the constructor of the game class, we call the generate multiple boxes method so that it executes our logic. Let's open the index.html in browser and we should see something like this. The boxes are randomly placed. Some boxes may collapse together, but the smaller number should be visible. Especially the number 1 is always on top of all others. We added the box in the game, but we cannot interact with them yet. In the next video, we will add the click and tap event handling.